Hello viewers, welcome to Virtual Guru. This is my second chapter in the topic under the topic of algebra. So let's start with the introduction to coordinate planes. In the first video of algebra, I have covered about the overview and history of algebra. Now just I'm going to introduce to coordinate planes because to give you an idea about how algebra can be visualized in the real world. It is not just an expression or an equation, but it's about how it can be a line, curve, or any other figure, a wacky or weirdo figure, which can be visualized actually in the real life. This is what I'm going to speak. Okay, let's start. Now, if I'm going to introduce algebra, what will be the first thing coming to my mind? It will be some equation, isn't it? Consider this equation for now. So what I'm going to see here is y is equal to 2x minus 1. Okay, this is the first thing which I'm going to say is there are two unknowns here. These are called unknowns, or there is one more name for it called variables, which I'm going to discuss in my next video. So this is a name for these letters which are the elements of this equation. Okay, now what are these? These are nothing but they can take any value. So for any value of x, for example 1, you are going to get a value of y. Unless you give some value for x, you are not going to get y. Okay, and it is vice versa. You can give some value for y and you can get the value for x also. But let's just take it as this one is the input and this one is the output. So how are we going to proceed with this? So what we are going to do is let's just start by writing a tabular column which defines the values of x and y, and where it will be used I'll tell you later. Consider some values for x like -2, -1, 0, 1 and 2. Why I took these values? They are just any values, students. It can be root 2, 0.1, or it can be 0, or it can be anything, just anything. It can be negative or positive, anything of your wish. I'm just taking to establish something here. What is it? You'll see now. Okay, now for the value of 2, -2, what will be the value of y is equal to 2x minus 1? So y is equal to 2 into -2. I just substituted -2 in the place of x. Then remaining is as it is. Can you see that? 2 and -1? Yes. So what will be the value of y now? This is equal to -5. So here I can write -5, isn't it? Next, y is equal to 2x minus 1. Next, I'm going to substitute -1. So it will be -1, then -1 as it is in the equation. Then 2 into, this parenthesis is nothing but, these brackets are nothing but multiplication. So 2 into -1 is nothing but -2 and -1. That is equal to -3. So for the value of -1 of x, we'll get y is equal to -3. Next, moving on, for the value of 0, what I'll get? So y is equal to 2 into 0 minus 1, that is equal to 0 minus 1, that is equal to -1. So it is -1. Next, for the value of 1, next is 1. So I'm going to get y is equal to 2 into 1 minus 1, that is equal to 2 minus 1, that is equal to 1. So for the value of 1, I got the answer of y as 1. Next, for 2, let me erase a little bit so that I can make some place. Yes. Now, for the value of 2, I'm going to get y is equal to 2 into, this x value is 2, so it is 4 minus 1, that is equal to 3. So these are some of the values which I wrote randomly without any reference to anything, and thus this describes a general relationship between x and y. Now we are going to see how we can visualize them in using geometry. Okay. Now, consider, what do you remember when I say the word geometry? Okay, here we see that there is a relationship between a triangle, okay, and its angles, okay, then the sides, what is the relation between the sides and the angle, or sides of the triangle and the triangle, and something like that. Or we can see that a circle, okay, and what is radius and the diameter, circumference, and how it is useful in the circle. Or you can see a triangle which is inscribed in a circle, or something like that, okay, or a circle is circumscribed in a triangle. All these values all these figures you have seen, but have you ever imagined that in algebra, this equation can also be plotted in geometry? You can also draw some figure using this equation also. This is what I'm going to show here, and how. So this is nothing but a two-dimensional plane. How to draw this two-dimensional plane? I'll show you. This vertical line is called y. This is just the general convention, how you plot it. Okay, this y direction is up, goes up. This one is plus y, this is minus y goes down, and to the right we have plus x, and to the left we have minus x. This is the convention of a two-dimensional plane. There is a third dimension. This is a 2D plane which I have drawn. Okay, so if there is a third plane which is called as a third dimension, which is called as a in and out direction. In that, there is something coming out of the paper. Here I cannot draw that because I cannot show you in 2D, like something is coming out, and everything can be visualized as something is popping out of the paper. So that is very hard to visualize, but you will get there soon when you go to higher classes. For now, think of a 2D plane. Okay, this is what a two-dimensional plane looks like. And what I'm going to show is how how these values I obtained in this table I'm going to show in the plot here. The values which I obtained in the previous this one I have written once again just next to my 2D plot so that it's easy to read. Okay, let's start by drawing it. So this point is called as the origin. Okay, it will be 0. It is the point where y, the line y and the line x meets. Okay, these are all the points in the uh, line x, that is 0. It starts with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as you can see in your ruler, isn't it? That all are equally spaced. As well as here there is a minus also. That is why I told this is minus x. This is a place where we write negative values. Same thing in the y line. So this one is 0 in the y line. Upwards we write all the positive values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and downwards we write all the negative values -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. Okay, this is a graph now, and what I'm going to show is how this plotting will drawing the this will show in a, you can visualize in a geometry. So let's start. I'm going to select a color yellow for the first point, and here it is for x is equal to -2. You get y is equal to -5. So this is x is equal to -2. This is y is equal to -5, and where this point meets, it is this point. So this is our, we write the points in the x, y. This is how the points are denoted, and that is here it is -2 for x, and for y it is -5. Okay, next is our -1 and of x and -3 of y. So this is -1 of x, I'm sorry, this is -1 of x, and -3 of y is this. So these 2 points meet at this point. Okay, I'm not going to write those points again. Then we have our third point which I'm going to draw, that is for 0 of x we got -1. For 0 of x, 0 and y, x is in the same point, and you got -1 of y, that is exactly at this point. It falls on the line, my y line. Okay, no problem. Next it is 1 and 1, so this is 1 of x plane, this is 1 of y plane. Where do they meet? At this point. Next, 2 and 3, that is for 2 of x, I got 3 of y. So these 2 points meet at this particular point. Okay, this is how I have visualized. Oh, I forgot to change the color. Okay, whatever. You got 5 different points here for the value of x and y. 5 for 5 random points. We got 5 different points when we plotted. And what is the conclusion? If I go to join these now, okay, let me just try joining these in one. Okay, you are supposed to get a straight line. Now what I'm going to show here is that we have ended up plotting a line. Okay, if I continue for 3 4, I'm going to get some answers, and if I go in the negative direction also for -3 -4 -5, here and here in the positive direction, it just goes. And what we can say here is it is nothing but a straight line. Okay, so what you have done here is you have drawn a straight line for the equation y is equal to 2x minus 1. So next time somebody asks you, what is this equation of x and y? This is nothing but a line. Okay, it's a linear equation. Okay, now this is what this will be studied later in very depth in chapter later called linear equations also. But for now you can just tell it as linear means line like. It looks like a line, that's why it's called linear. Okay, now thus the first type of equation which we are going to study is y is equal to 2x minus 1. This is a basic equation which you are going to study, and that's the traditional algebraic curriculum. Okay, in the traditional algebraic curriculum, you're going to study this equation firstly, and they are called linear equations. Have you one? Just now I told you linear equations. Why are they called linear equations? It can be just called equation. Okay, but why linear equation? Uh, because if you plot this in a Cartesian coordinate, this coordinate is called as a Cartesian coordinate. There are some other types of coordinates also. Okay, but right now which you just saw, they are Cartesian coordinates, which includes x and y. Okay, plotting of x and y, because if you plot this in the Cartesian coordinate, you will get a line. That is why it is called as a linear equation. Okay, and sometimes it is not necessary every time you'll get a line when you draw a equation. It you can get a line also. It can pass sometimes from this point or here somewhere or here somewhere or in the negative coordinates. Anything can happen. So it can be a curve also. For example, if this is your graph, it can go like this. It can start from here, or it can go upwards, or it can be suspended downwards, something like that. Or you can just get a some weird figure like this when you finish plotting. Anything can happen. So anymore, don't when you visualize the equation, just think, when I plot this, I'm going to get some figure which looks like some curve or some line or something, and this will help you to deepen your understanding about algebra. Okay, that's it for now. Please do like the video and don't forget to subscribe so that you can see more and more videos. And in the next chapter, I'm going to teach about variables. Yeah, thank you for now and have a very great day. Bye bye.